All right, we are back. I have no idea what just happened. Hopefully that does not happen again. Was it glitched? No, my power went out. Yeah. Nothing like a restart right in the middle. Yeah, I guess. That was unexpected. I have no idea why that happened, but it did. Oh well. Whatevs. We'll get right back into it. All right. Hey, Mayor, it's probably a good thing I didn't do the ping. All right, do that. Go there. Do that. Good deal. Good deal. You love receiving 5-minute long ads? Well, it's actually 3 minutes. Glad you're still alive. No, the Raiju did not get us. It did not get us. Oh, go back. There we go. No, it did not get us. It's okay. It's fine. Right in the heat of it. Oh, well. We continue forward. We truck on. You beat Tom on Blood Moon on this map? I beat Tom on Blood Moon on this map? Wait, what does that mean? I beat him? Or you mean like I got Blood Moon before he did? Is that what you mean? The ghost turned off the breaker. Oh, okay. I got you. Well, that's okay. Literally every other player has beat me on Grafton. Yeah. What was the what doing? What was the what? Okay. Let's open Phas back up. Let's try this again. Round 2 fight. Round 2 fight. There we go. Oh, the closet door. Oh. When I was playing with Tom, the door was slowly just coming off the hinges. So even though it was technically a blocked hiding spot and it was locked, I could still just walk right in. Yeah.
Welcome back.
That's what was happening.
Ready for you.
All right. The new look is very interesting to play in. Got a stinky Pulte. Oh, but Pultes can be fun if it's actually doing what it's supposed to do. Welcome back, friends. Sorry for the delay. I do apologize. It wasn't that long, thank God. But yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what was going on. But if it happens again, I don't know if I'd be able to go live again. So we'll see what happens. Neon, thank you for the biddies, friend. It kicked me to your stream last night when you argued about the eggs not turning black. It was super funny. Someone came in and they were like, no, it works. I'm telling you, it works. I'm like, okay, how many times have you tried? 5. And that is a definitive, like 100%. We know that it works now. Yeah. Okay. Sure. You got it, bud. You got it, bucko. Pal. Buckaroony. Has my PC gone bad? No, it wasn't the no, my power went out. My power went out. Yeah. Hey, Eddie, good morning. Good morning. Not the power. Yeah, the power. Yeah, it's okay. It happens. Not a gin? Okay. There's no need for all that. Oh my. Alex, how are you? All right. Let's go back into Tangle Streets. Let's go. Hopefully all is well. Princess, good morning. Hello.
All right, we're here. Take a look at the equipment.
I'm glad that didn't happen during the blood moon. Oh, man. That would have made my heart a little sad. Hey, Paladin, good morning. We were worried you didn't grab your lighter for your smudge. Fair. Very fair. Tom is happy for my blood moon. Well, thanks, Tom. Love you, Tom. Is that normal rain? Okay. I was like, I think, yeah, so even, I think blood rain's even quieter than that. Okay, we're good. It's just normal rains. We're fine. We are fine. The link isn't working? What do you mean it's not working? Yeah, I would try on a different browser on a different device, or just search up. I almost guarantee if you search Phasmophobia Twitch drops, it'll probably take you directly to the kinetic link. What? Oh, it's not a mare. I thought it was a mare as it turned your PC off. What? Hey, Duperman, love the vids. Thanks, man. Let's get that. Get this. I'm also going to get this. Start tracking it because we know it's by the front door. Did they say why it sounds so windy? No. Not yet. Why is the light switch up so high? That's not that high. What do you mean up so high? Where do you want it? Down here on the ground? Eh. What do you expect? Is it wind or is it road traffic? I would assume it's wind or something of that sort. Just like random ambient stuffs. Yeah. Okay, yep, you're over there. Heard ya. Heard loud and clear. Makes no sense. No, not when it's supposed to be clear. Yeah. Yeah, the rain is super loud on the windows. Yeah. So if we're gonna be like nitpicky and say like, well, I don't like this or hi Rhonda. I don't have much I can do. Hi. Good to see you. Here. Enjoy. But you can put motion sensors all over the roof. This is true. Yeah. You got on. Oh, the weekly is still prison, so they never added a new one. Okay. Well, I'm glad I still did it though. Yeah. Wasn't a shade doing it being EMF 5 while I was in there. Plus they blew 2 firelights while I was in there. We had 3 firelights and an EMF, but it ended up being a shade. Are you sure that the ghost was not wandering outside of the room to blow the firelights out? All right. Oh, I'd probably safely say your hallway. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you near? Are you here? Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Did I possibly just have dots walk through me? Let's watch it for a second. It might have. Galaxy Nova. Holy hell, dude. Did I miss it again? Galaxy, thank you for the bits. Holy hell, dude. I had it open on my phone, making sure everything looked okay. Then I saw skulls go flying across the chat. Oh my God. Ay, caramba. What's it trying to tell me? Galaxy, thank you so much, man. That's nuts. It said, take this. Take this. Get the hell out of here. Does anyone know what the alleged new Easter egg is on Tangle? I don't think there is a Easter egg on Tanglewood. Ghost dog. Galaxy, thank you so much, dude. That's nuts. Thank you. Did we see dots, or was I just full of it? Yeah. Okay, I did. Again, it showed up for like a heartbeat. I seen Stip. I seen Stip. Oh, well, I don't know if is that considered an Easter egg? If there's something with the TV, is that just a interaction? Because like, it's not something that you can make happen, right? I need a smudge. I need sound recorder. We need photo camera. Somebody was saying they saw orbicals. Ooh, okay. I'll do a little double check. It's because they did, and they're observant. And oh, I almost had it. Touche. She's a little throwy. A little throwy. I'm gonna sneeze. I feel it. Object thrown, orbs, ghost. Okay, we can get this, or this, or this, or this, or this, or dots. If it's a Raiju, I swear. I swears. Here, I'll put you there for now. Put you over here. We'll take this guy. Hey, can you do sound things? Oh, power's not on. Allow me. What is my prediction for next week weekly? Well, if they don't add a new weekly, then it's probably just gonna go in rotation. Like keep going and doing the same things, I imagine. Let's go get a firelight. I'm not gonna wait around for every sound. Oh no. Oh yeah. Every time I drop my camera, it's like it triggers the dots. I swear to God. Every single time I drop my camera. I think you have dots. You know, I'm not sure. Not 100% about that. What gave you that idea? You saw it on the camera? You did? Yeah. Will you please come over here? Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, now let's do... Oh, I still got it. So this is becoming a new thing that the ghosts keep doing. This is a thing where they keep doing this. They keep showing up over here. So if you're not sure where the hell the ghost is and it's eventing in this hallway, it's probably around the corner. They said about a Tanglewood Terror Challenge. Yeah, it's the event board. If you go check the event board, it's the one where you have to get the ghost correct 50 times. Yeah. Yes. Is she inviting me in? Galaxy. Thank you for the subs, homie. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Did you not do enough? Yes? Wait, is this actually your... Wait. Is this your room? Ma'am? 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 I think it's a banshee. I would love a banshee whale. I swear to God, dude. Every time. If I don't play Phas, can I still get the drops? Yes. Yeah, it's just obviously you can't use it until you do it in game. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you disappeared. I know it. I know it. I know it. Oh, like I said, mother father. Stop it! She's teasing me. Princess, yeah, I should be. Yeah. I kind of don't care about getting all the media at this point. It's literally... Let's get the objectives. Cleanse the ghost to get a photo of the EMF. Got it. Why was she in you? I don't know. Oh, wait. Here. Oh, wait. Somebody was asking, how do we know Banshee? I was able to record it. So I got a paranormal scream on the audio recorder. The only ghost that can do a paranormal scream is a banshee, unless it's a mimic that's mimicking a banshee. So that is how we know. And we have dots, which means that it can't be a mimic, so it's 100% a banshee. So there we go. Yeah. Gotta smooch the ghost. I guess that was kind of forced. I gotta be honest. Paranormal screen. That's right. That's what just happened to me earlier.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
They changed the label. Yeah, it used to say Banshee Scream. Yeah. Oh, I never got the bone. That's okay. I didn't get all the media anyway. I didn't care. I didn't care. Ay, caramba. I see. Yeah, we did, Savannah. Yeah, we're working on it. Can non-Phas players get the drops? Didn't I just... So, the drop is a drop that happens in game. So, if you get it, that you can earn it, but you can't use it if you're not playing Phas because it is a Phas drop. Yeah. Did they change the cursed object? No. Nope, still the same. Still the same. What is the best new looping spot? Well, there's a couple. There's a couple.
All right, we're here. Take a look at the
Terrible carpet and furniture. No, that furniture is beautiful. How dare you? It is of an era. I don't know where you buy your couch from. Macy, thank you for the gifted. All right, Emma, we need photo of the EMF, 3 photos, and the parabolic microphone. Yeah. I believe there's a claim time. I think for some there are, and I think for some there's not. I think it just depends on the campaign itself. So if you go to twitch.tv/drops, you should be able to get all the information about that particular campaign, and it should tell you if you have like a time limit on it. Yeah, it's very nostalgic. It is. It is indeed. It is indeed. Macy, thank you. No, thank you. Power boxes are basically in the same location. The one in the garage, when you walk in the garage, is on the right instead of the left. And then the one in the basement is right at the bottom of the stairs. Yeah. I should do 15 times. You want to watch me walk for roughly an hour? You'd like to tell people to go to high school, don't you? All right, give me these. Let's go find our ghosty. Part of this is not only just trying to get the game's end to get that badge, but also just trying to get the ghost in different rooms. You know? Hey, thank you for the primes, friendos. Like the new update? I love the map. I love it. This is so much better. So here's one. Someone's asked about the power. I don't know why the iron goes off every time. I say something about it, I guess. Should you do APOC 3 in the new Tangle? No, you should do it on high school. Al, thank you for the gifted to Princess. Thank you. Thank you for all the follows, guys. I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate you, man. Yep. Drops are the animated drop you can earn all week. What is Prime? So the difference between someone, a Prime is still a sub, but a Prime, Twitch Prime is basically when somebody has their Amazon Prime linked to Twitch. The cool thing, what happens is it allows whoever does that to have a free sub to one person a month. So it's not a automatic thing. You don't have to sub to the same person. You can literally sub to someone different every single month, but you get a free sub every month, which is super cool. Yeah, you're welcome. Of course. Why is it so ugly? You think this is ugly compared to the other Tanglewood? Now wait, let's try this again. Open your eyes. Open your eyes, and let's try this again. It's going to be a different result. I'm telling you right now. Missing Mercury, thank you for the 6 months. Silly Blue, thank you for the gifted. Where the hell's the ghost? I'm good, Money. How are you? Oh. Ensuite ghost? Ooh. Not master bedroom? Roger that. This is my first ensuite ghost. Intradasting. Very intradasting. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but that opinion is wrong. Yes. So we figured out that the ensuite is its own separate room. It is no longer a part of the master bedroom. So this is a room, and then this is a room. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Like the new train set? It's just a cool thing to have. Yeah. Do the new closets help you figure out Oni, Phantom, and Obake since you can peek through? I imagine so. Yeah, I haven't had the ability to really test that too much, but I would almost guarantee that, right? All right, let's get more stuff. Okay, 100% not a mare. Yeah, this is the new Tangle. Yep. Yep. Got rid of the island in the kitchen. Yep. Is the potato still in the cupboard? Yep. Any other questions? Is the front door still there? Did they add a car back to the garage? What's that smell? Do you know if you still get drops if you mute the I think you do. I'm pretty sure that you do. Someone that maybe gets more drops than I typically do, like when you're trying to earn them, might be able to tell you what's in the box, but I'm pretty sure that you do. Yeah. Yeah, there's multiple looping spots. Yep. The dining room, the basement, the garage, the living room. You can mute and still get it. There you go. Thank you, Neon. Thank you, friends. Thank you. All right, let's put that here. Put that here. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Where are you? Interesting. No, we didn't. Just over 70%. Nice. Holy crap on a cracker. What up, Dan? Skanabake, nice. Do I have a favorite room of the rework? That's really tough to say. The basement is pretty cool, I have to say. It's either the basement or the living room, probably, are one of my probably favorites, I'd say. If I was just throwing something out there. Where? Oh, you son of a... The Ouija board in the rework is in the basement. It's the VCR, isn't it? Maybe. No. Surprised not the puzzle room? Nah. Nah. No puzzle for me. I was like, did I just see my breath? Nope, it farted on me. Never mind. Excuse me. What the hell? Oh, there's writing. This has escalated so quickly. What? It's not funny. What in the hell? Hey, knock it off. What did you do? You're not gonna, I don't care. All right, let's go get, hold please. Let's go get another smudge or two just to be safe. You just got a blood moon. Oh, nice. Thank you for the follows, guys. Lord, welcome in. Hello. Hey, someone got merch. Appreciate you. Dev, thank you for the 5 months. You think it's a gallo? Let's get another smudge, another thing. Well, you know what? No, I'll see that other salt walked in. Yeah, we'll know for sure that way. Why do they have a patio in the camera but have no access to it? On the camera? A patio on the camera. Are you talking about the camera that's facing this way? Oh, on the map. I guess just to show the satellite overview of what you can see with your eyeballs. Because if you go and look out there, you can see the patio. It's not a kind of normal speed, right? I'm actually not 100% about that. Starting the 360 scans. Hey, let's go. 15 million pictures. Hey, what are you? Oh, you're not a gallon. So we have writing. Is that it? Are you cold? Oh, yeah, you're cold. Okay. It's freezing. Get some lights on over here. Oh, you bastard. You think it's a demon? You think it hunted early enough? Excited to play the new rework? Yeah. Yeah. I think you got freezing. I also think I got freezing. I think the same. Oh, disgusting. It's a child. Get me out. I don't want it. Nope. Take it back. Take it back. I don't want it. Take it back. I don't want it. Take it back. I don't want it. Not a shade. Did it do the things with me in the room with it? I could also do it like this. Oh. The kid around there is going to be annoying. Yeah, let's do this. I've heard if it goes below 1 degree Celsius, it's guaranteed to go freezing. That's correct, because normal ghosts can't go below 1. So if you have a digital thermometer and you go 0.9 degrees or lower, freezing. Ate the cruci with you in the room? Yeah, but was it outside of the room when it ate the cruci? See, that's things you have to think about, because like, let's say this is the ghost room and it's a shade and I'm sitting here with a crucifix, right? Like, and the crucifix is over there and then it's out here and eats the crucifix. That could be a shade. You like the garage? There's really cool items in there. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, neighbor, I'm good. How are you? Here, let's get it. Let's bring it over this way. Disgusting. Interesting. Interesting. It's not blowing out the firelight with me in the room. That doesn't mean that it's a guaranteed shade, but I don't know. Phone near the car. Roger that. Do I get to drop even though I'm watching my phone? Yes, you do. That is correct. Thank you for the prime. Appreciate you, yo boy. Running. Come on, you little squirt. Hey, Tex. I don't know what happened, man. I see the bone. Just saying. It's a little weird. Just saying. Don't trip on it. Yeah, yeah. What I could also do is I could take these, go into the ghost room with another crucifix and just stand there. Can you join? No. Hey, Truthful, how are you? Hey, get back here. Was it in the room when it did that? I don't know. It was either here or it was here when it did that. That was a tough sell. It's not doing it very obviously. That's why I'm like testing it again and again just to be sure. Ghost wants to dance. I'm not interested. That might be a demon. That seemed fast. There we go. Now we know 100%. 100% that it's not a shade. All right, come here, you little shite. Here we go. So I have a timer going. So after 60 seconds, a demon can hunt once you've cleansed it. If you're within hunting range. Normal ghosts are 180. So... Sorry, normal ghosts are 90. Spirit is 180. Yeah. So once you smudge the ghost and you're within hunting range, demon can hunt after 60, normal are 90, spirit is 180. So the only difference here between these and these, demon is a shorter one. Set my timer. Oh, I forgot my egg timer. Oh, I should have done it. It's too late now. Don't you ruin this. Had no idea that you can test that during a hunt. Yeah. For a shade, yeah, it's a pretty good way to test. Because shades can't blow out firelights with you in the room with it. So if you just loop it, loop it, loop it. There you go. Hey, Kai. Liking the new tangle? Loving the new tangle. Love it. Boom. All right. Demon can hunt right now. Uh-oh. Oh. It is being a lazy demon, I think. I think it's being a lazy demon. Can't be a mimic. Mm-mm. Nope, can't be. I'm going to go off of the timer whenever it stops hunting and starts hunting. That was 90. Yeah. It was a little above 90. So what I'll do now is I will do another test for a demon. So at the end of a hunt, if you did not cleanse the ghost, normal ghosts can hunt after 25 seconds. It's like the cooldown between the hunting. The demon can hunt after 20. That's why it makes them feel like they're hunting faster, because they literally are. So we'll do that. Can the ghost be looped on the coffee table in the living room? I think it can. I'll have to try that. Don't you dare. Oh, you were such a prick. Well, it ruined it. Nope. Not a valid test. Great. Gonna be here all day. Oh, the dumb little Doppler effect. You are very welcome. But the footsteps seem normal speed. Yeah, the demon's footsteps are normal speed. It is uncooperative. Damn kids. Yeah, I imagine you can loop around that table. I just haven't tried. Hey, Death Goddess. Thank you guys for the follows. I appreciate it. Broken Shade? I don't think there's a shade. The ghost was in the back of the room here and it blew out the firelight in the same room. No, and speed-wise, I mean, you're looking at one of these two, and my sanity has to be tanked. I think we just have an awful demon. And it did a singing event? Yeah. Why does the event ruin the test? It ruined the test because around that same time is when the ghost should have started hunting, but it was eventing instead. That's why. So it ruined it. Bro, stop. Stop. Every time I'm going for this test, you decide to sing. Shut up. No one wants to hear it. No, it can't be a Diane. No. Nah. I want to see it hunt early. Ready? Nope. Nope. Laziest demon on earth. It started hunting after 25 seconds. You suck. We hate you. You still suck. I didn't do a timer. That's close enough. Why don't I smudge it during the event? Because it ruins the timer. I did that because I didn't want to die. You can't stack timers with the smudge, so that doesn't work. All right. Ay, caramba. Such a kind demon, but painfully lazy. It just, oh, it's a stinky. It's a stinky. Enjoying the new tangle? Loving the new tangle. Loving the new tangle. Yeah, it can't do singing events. Correct. Just a tried method that has been tested many, many, many a time. Okay. It should start hunting in the next, like, couple seconds. Any noticeable performance differences? No, it feels the same. No, it's not a Moroi. No, my sanity is low enough that this ghost should have sped up by now. Don't forget the bone. I already picked it up. There we go. Sheesh. Here. I brought you a gift. Yeah, potatoes still in the kitchen. Yeah, cursed possessions are still somewhat close to where they were before. Not all of them, though. The music box is now in the closet of the master bedroom. Yeah. Did you see the interactions are bugged when you have tarot cards in your hands? Oh, that's been that way for a long time. You mean not being able to flip switches and stuff? Oh, that's been in the game for quite a long time. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Willow's getting a rework too. Thank you for the follows, guys. Yeah, I don't know when. At some point. Do I think that they're ever going to add trophies for the Diane, the Galu, or the Obambo? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, honestly, as of right now, probably not. Probably not. Oh, yeah. I can't wait for the Willow rework. I can't wait. It's my favorite map. I can't wait for them to rework it. Get rid of all the assets that were bought and then make them themselves. Sounds good to me. I don't really play with cursed objects on. Oh, no worries. You're good. Yeah. Our viewer games this Friday. That is the plan as of now. If that does change, I'll make sure to update it in the server. Yeah. I'll make sure to let you guys know. You think Willow would still be your favorite with a rework? I do. Listen, I can keep doing Tangle or I can mix it up. It's up to you guys. I mean, you're earning drops either way. It's up to you. But if you'd rather see more Tangles, I can keep doing Tangles because I'm earning towards my badge anyway. It's cool to me. Mix it up. Tangle, mix it up. High school, I hate you. Tangle of the dangle. Well, hold on. Let me try. Actually, hold on. Let me do this. Hold. Let me try this real fast. Because we have the ability to do a poll. That is not just doing a poll, but it's a poll that happens cross-platform, which is why I want to do it. All right. 1 in chat if you want to keep doing Tanglewood. 2 in chat if you think we should mix it up. This is cross-platform. So no matter where I am right now, wherever you are, you have the ability to put in 1 or 2 in a count. So whether you're on the Twitch side, the YouTube side, you can still vote. Look how even it is. It is so right down the middle. Good Lord. It is so stupidly evenly split. We're so indecisive. This is literally me. What's happening right now is me making a life decision. It is just pure indecisiveness. Yoda, thank you for the 5 months. Hey, Raider, thank you for the 2-month prime. Oh my God. All right. You have a minute left, friends. Yeah, I found this really cool. Well, I was introduced to this really cool widget that allows me to do voting across platforms. So that way I can have it no matter where I am, which is super cool. Yeah. It should work even on the kick side. I think it should. It's like flipping a coin. I mean, yeah, based on that. Based on that, it is. I mean, look, it's literally within like a couple of votes on each one. Ay, caramba. Ay, caramba. All right, you guys have like 15 seconds to get your vote in. And then you just have to vote once. Whenever there's a vote, you vote once. You can't like change your vote or anything like that. We could alternate. We could alternate, but that's what Mix It Up would be, in my opinion, would be us playing other maps and also Tangle. Doing Tangle would just be staying there. Sunny Meadow's full. Well, there you go. That decided it. All right. The Tangles have it. This is a democracy, friends. It was decided. We stick to Tangles. 'Twas decided. How long is he planning on streaming? I don't know. I can ask him though. Probably, I mean, for a bit, definitely, for sure. But I'm not going to be going as long as I did yesterday morning, where I went to like 1 in the afternoon. I can't do that. Yeah, you win this time. Yeah, it's great. It's great. It just makes it easy because then everybody can be involved and I'm not keeping anyone out from voting, which is super nice. Where can you find the status? Go to twitch.tv/drops. Yeah. It'd be funny if chat tried to get pure 50-50. Chat couldn't do it. No way. No, I don't think chat could do it. All right, let's go back in. Do I want to change? You know what? I do want to change this. Let's change this to this one. Let's do a new evidence run. What is my favorite part of the rework? My favorite part of the map is the lighting. I almost want to restart. I dread the rain on this map, though. It is so stinking loud inside. Can almost make it absolutely make it happen. I don't think so. I don't think you could. I don't think you could. Hey, Cake. Thank you for getting merch. The lighting, I love it. All right, let's go. Russell Dexter. Witness a ghost event. Incense. Parabolic microphone. Any Easter eggs? No, I don't think so. All right, I'm bringing, I know that we're not going to get evidence. I bring these in just to figure out where the ghost room is. Would have let you have it. Rosie, thank you for the prime. Damn. Basement. Oh, so the rain is Grafton Farmhouse bad? In certain rooms. When you're like, oh, I'm going to go over here and loop the ghost. It's like you're standing outside. It was a disrespectful fart. Found you. Ghosty is in the garage. Oh no, please make more noise. Yeah, it's very loud. Yeah, very, very loud. You can finally place tier 3 dots on the ceiling of Tangle. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Let's get salt. Let's get this. Can't be an Oni. It let one rip in the dining room. I keep thinking the vents on the floor are the bone. You know, Tom was saying the same thing. Yeah. Hey, Beans, welcome in. Hello. Tom was saying the exact same thing. Would you stop it? This place is loud enough. All right. No orbicals. Noted. What's the easiest way to find the ghost room quickly? The easiest way to find the ghost room quickly, if you're on like Tanglewood, would be to get your power on, run in with an EMF and a thermo, and then if you hear the ghost doing things, follow the sound with your EMF, and then if it's not, start checking the rooms with your temps. Typically, after you let the room, once you get the power on and you let the room start to warm up a little bit, the ghost room will be significantly colder. Stop yelling at me. All right. Parabolic, right? Yeah. Give me that. Give me a smudge. Give me a smidge. No. Just have a male. Oh, I do. Russell. Oh, yeah. Can't be a Diane or a Banshee. Hey, Caroline. A little interesting. You haven't walked him a salt, friend. Little interesting. Real funny. Claimed your drop. Hell yeah. Let's go get some more salt. We got a Rafer on our hands. Give. Picture hilarious. We didn't say anything. Forgot about Point Hope's Easter egg. Oh, it's so good. Point Hope, Nels. I love those Easter eggs. They are awesome. All right. Let's season our ghost. Now we could really guarantee it by getting motion sensors and seeing it walking around in there. Watch it not be in that room and it's actually in the kitchen. I swear to God. Oh, swear to God. Thank you for all the follows, friends. Welcome in. Hello. What do I have in my hand? Oh, son of a... Oh, that's okay. Why are you keeping the light on in the ghost room? Doesn't it make the ghost interact less? Yeah, but I'm not worried about it interacting. I'm worried about it walking around. The walking around is not dictated by the light being on. The ghost roaming will roam like it will do. Will roam like it will do. And yeah, that's a phrase. The ghost will roam naturally no matter what, even if the light's on. I don't need it to be throwing objects. But if I do this, and it sets that off, then it's a wraith. Because that is in between that salt pile and that salt pile. There we go. It's a wraith. I'd say wraith or mimic, but we do not have any orbs, so there you go. English? Yeah, it wasn't working there for a minute. It was kind of gone. All right, well, we know what the ghost is, so that's cool. Repel it while it's chasing? Okay. Here, you take that. Enjoy. Give smudge. Actually, leave smudge. I'm gonna go get another smudge and we're gonna make it hunt. What is my opinion on the headgear? And do I like night vision? Well, tier 2 is my favorite. Night vision's fine. I just don't prefer to stare at green the whole time. So that's why I prefer this over that. All right, let's do smudge, light. Smudge, light. I don't know what the cursed object is. Let's go find it. Last few map updates, they've given clues for the next map. Look into the basement. I hope it's an abandoned train station. That could be kind of cool. Night vision gives you migraines. Fair. Very fair. Okay. No cards. Yeah, you have to turn off headgear during a hunt because it's an electronic. Any electronic that is in your inventory on your person, you have to turn off. Oh, gross. Where the hell are you going? You hate all the headgear? That's fair. What the hell? I don't think my sanity's high enough to light this. I think you just teleported to me. Crucifix got scared. I don't know why that happens. Like, hey, turn on the trains. If you want to teleport to me, come on, do the thing. Play with the choo-choos. I love the tier 3 headgear in VR. It doesn't give the fisheye and you can see. That's a cool idea. I didn't even think about doing it in VR. Ghost? You hooker. You know what? I'm not going to fully light the circle. I'm just going to get it to hunt. Yeah. Now it'll hunt me. Hey Chase, how are you? Okay, fine. Jerk. Jerk hole. Oh, hey. Scooby, Scooby Doo, they're coming after you. Yeah. I'm not worried about media. We're just worried about getting the ghosty. There we go. Yeah, I know you can actually see outside of the closets. It's crazy. It's a crazy. All right, that's a wraith. That's objectives. If you're trying to go after your badge where you get the ghost right 50 times, perfect games are not the way. You'll get extra money, you'll get extra XP, but the amount that you get is not worth the time.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Nice. Nice. Just got your drop? Hell yeah. I don't even know. I need to open mine back up and see if I'm getting mine, earning my drops. I have a friend open on my phone, so it should be earning it. It should be. Thank you for all the follows, guys. Welcome in. It is good to have you. Welcome, welcome. If you're new here and you are looking for, like, if you haven't had the chance to play the new Tanglewood yet, and you're looking for maybe a walkthrough, you're looking for something that's a little bit more in depth, I do have one posted where we went through every single room. It was our first look. It's like an hour long. So that is live now. And then I also have the first hunt live as well. Badge collected. Let's go. When is character customization? No clue. They said early this year. That's all we know. So no idea. Do I have a new favorite room? I like the living room in the basement. Yeah. Living room in the basement. Sweet Caroline, do exclamation point drops, friend. That'll tell you how to do it. Yep, it'll tell you how to do it. I don't know if inside of that command, if I have where it says about the checking your drop progress. I could always add it back. Guys, we have ads coming. I'm gonna do them now before we go back into the next round. I do 3 minutes of ads every hour, so that way you guys don't get pre-rolls. Thank you, Mayor. I do 3 minutes of ads every hour, so you guys don't get pre-rolls. The point of that is so that way when you first come into the stream, if you're not subbed or you don't have turbo, you don't get hit the second you walk in. And us running them, I have the ability to run them like this, staring at the lobby screen instead of in the middle of the map, in the middle of a hunt. So being solo, I can do it. I can do it almost every time. When I'm playing with others, it's a little bit more difficult. So let's run the ads, and then after that, we'll go back in, and then we're gonna try to put a camera on the train set. I don't think it's gonna work, but we can sure as hell try. All right, 3 minutes, friends. It'll be quick, and then we'll get right back into it. Any minute. There we go. Oh, there's a hype train. Thank you, friends. Thank you. I found out it can rock the rocking horse. I haven't had that happen yet. Yeah. Gonna try to get Doomslayed. Get it. Get it. Train cam. We're gonna try because we saw the video that they posted. In the video they posted, they had a POV of the train, and I want it. You gonna update the starting soon with the new Tangle? No. With how simplistic the one that I have inside of my starting is, no, I'm gonna leave it alone. Hey, Thankful, what's up? How are you? A new favorite item interaction? Hard to say. I feel like there's a lot that I haven't had yet. Yeah, I feel like there's so much I still got to figure out. You got Doomslayed last week. Nice. It is 100% random. There's nothing you can do except just hope it happens. The more you play, the better your chance is, right? Potato's still there. Yeah. Yeah. Had 2 mimics in a row in New Tangle. Nice. Nice. That's my favorites. Ever had twins and they didn't give Spirit Box? Yeah. Whenever I do no evidence runs. Yeah. Cleaned your badge. Nice. The cow toy. The cow toy is pretty funny. Yeah. The shirt that I won last night, I ordered my son's size for him. He was so excited. Oh, let's go. Peanut, heck yeah. Hey, Janiac, thank you for the biddies. There's a toy. There's one of those little shaky toys that makes the cow sound. Yeah. Yeah. Just started watching. You're already 5 in. Let's go. 10-ish achievements away. Nice. All right. 60 seconds left, friends. Roughly. Thank you for all the follows. I appreciate you. Welcome in. Welcome in, friends. If you're not already following all the other socials and you have any of those, if you're interested in any of those, they all exist. So if you just doom scroll content, watch long form, hang out in Discord, whatever it might be, all the things are there, friends. The squeaky bone had me cracking up yesterday. I can't explain that. I guess it's just a multiplayer bug. Yeah, the ability to, for some reason, throw the bone inside of the dog bed and then it like teleports. I don't know. I don't even know how we figured. I think I figured that out because we were just messing around trying to see if there was any secrets in the game. So yeah. Is the wall crew see media, photo, video, or both? Just video. We tried to do a photo and it didn't work. Yeah. What up, Ed? It did not work. Yeah. Ads are done and we are back. Welcome back. Welcome back. You haven't gotten the 3 new ghosts. The more you play, the better the chances you'll get it. Shell, thank you for the gifted. Quicksilver, thank you for the 17. Hello. Why not do a 0 evidence, 0 sanity? I did them yesterday. They're fine. But the nice part about doing normal runs is that by doing normal runs, then it's a better chance to see the map and engage with a lot of different things. If I'm doing 0 sanity, 0 evidence, you guys are missing out on a lot of different stuff. Yeah. The wall crucifix. There's a crucifix on the wall that the ghost can interact with. Yeah. Thank you for the primes. What the hell? Appreciate you guys. You can sub to somebody with a prime for free for once a month, by the way. Side note. Do I need to get on the game before I claim the drop? No. Nope. You should be able to claim it. I think, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure that you can claim it and then go do all the stuff in game and then get it. I believe so. All right, let's go back to Tangle Street. We want to try to see if we can make a train cam.
All right, we're here.
We're going to do our best. Hey, Shady.
Prepare accordingly before starting the
He's out there getting the
investigation.
prime.
Got the intel.
You do not need to get on in the game. Yeah.
We've had reports of violence.
You just did that. Looks sweet too. Heck yeah. I don't know if I've earned it or not. I'll have to check here in a little bit. I'm not really sure. Yeah. All right. Let's go. We have a mission. We have a mission. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this. Let's go. Been playing for a month. What do I do? Exclamation point drop, friend. Or drops, and that should give you your information. Does your merch ship to Uruguay or Latin America? If you check with the Fourth Wall website, you can check to see which country specifically they ship to. Because that's who I go through. Yeah. All right. First things first. Power. Thank you, guys. Oh, hey. Making a hagag? All right. Okay. Okay. We can place it on the table. Oh. All right. So that does work. What happens if I turn the train on? Nano, thank you for the 12 months. Bet, thank you for the sub. Aw, Miss Pants, thank you for the gifted. Appreciate you, friends. See, now the camera's off to the side because a stupid train knocked it over. You know what? Hold on. Let's try this again. Can I get... We're looking down the barrel of it. Hold on. Can I do that more? Hold on. Hold on. Look, it's so stupid. A little straighter there. There we go. There we go. That's the ticket. That's the ticket. But it's going to move it the second that I go upstairs. Oh, tier 2, like a smaller cam, maybe. Oh, it almost took it. Oh, I wonder if, is that possible? For it to glitch on top of the train and then the train just takes it with it? Did I restart? What do you mean? Stream, yes, because power went out. Oh, you suck so much. All right, hold on. Do that. I'm running. There's no way I'm going to make it in time. There's no way. There's no shot I'm getting back to that truck by the time that thing gets around. Gotta see that from the truck. This might be a multi-person facet adventure. Look, it's already gone. There, son of a bitch. We just got it. Give me multiple cameras. F this. Nope. 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 This is what we do now. Nope. F that. Give me this. We're going in. What if I try to sit on top of the train? Let's try. Ooh, that's a good point. Ooh, we could use the drugs. We could use the tier 3 sanity to try to sprint back to the truck. That's a very good point. I'll bring one. I know, I could do the custom player speed. We could do a custom and I could do 150. That is true. But I want to be able to do it in like a normal game. Look at this a-hole. All right. I don't think I'm going to be able to set it on the train, but we can try. Hold on. Oh, come on. Stupid. Go with the train. No. I know, it'll get knocked off. It's not a ride or die kind of situation. If anything, you can just like do little like cinematic camera angles. Or not. All right, let's set this up. I want to set up shop. Ghost is like, this dude's down there playing with trains. What the fuck? Because really what I can do is I could do this. And then I could do... Nope, on an angle. Oh, that's so close. Son of a bitch. Oh. You blame CJ for this? I'm okay with that. I bet he would accept his failures. Gosh, dang it. Oh, there we go. That's not bad. That's a good one. That's a good one. We can get one of it going in the tunnel. Nope, maybe not. Oh, what if I go on top of the tunnel? Like this. Ah, but then you see the other camera. That's just... You don't want that in your life. Let me place it on top. Maybe. And now it doesn't matter how fast we go, unless I put one literally on the tracks. Which I'm gonna do. All right, hurry up around. Too high, maybe. Looking down the barrel of it. Let's go. Oh no, I haven't lost any sanity. I can't take it. Oh well. Put on top of the bridge. Ooh, that'd be a good one. Here, hit me. Floor it. Thanks, Pam. Oh man. Shit. We had it. We had it. There she goes. Look at that. Look at that. What if the camera did get on top of the train? Yeah, it would get knocked off in the tunnel no matter what. And then there's our Dutch angle that's getting destroyed. That's the damsel in distress cam. Thomas the tank engine. All right, let's just figure out what the hell this thing is. All right, anyway, you know, we had to try to put it on top of the train and it wasn't working. It was worth a try. Just joined. Hope to get the drop. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I got to keep an eye on what time it is because I do have things happening early afternoon and I've got to be prepared for them. So I will keep my eyes out. Relentless, thank you for the biddies. Thank you guys for the follows. Ghosty garage? Yeah, garage. All right. I've taken sanity, although it did event on me near the front. I don't think it matters. Do I prefer before or after? After. Yeah. Goodbye can be through. I mean, the before can be thrown in the trash for all I care. All right, El Stinko, I believe you were here. Hello? K-Dub, thank you for the prime. Where'd I just hear that? Ghost, do I need to go get other things? Hello? It's being a troll. A little bit. Ooh. There's my breath. Hold on. Are you hallway? Where are you? Or is it actually in the living room? Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? I don't see my breath now. What the hell? Let's see here. Saw my breath for a second. I don't know where that was and where it went. That was over here. I heard that. Where are you? All right, let's go get more stuff. No breathies? Well, I saw a breath there for a second, but then it disappeared and it's gone. Lesser Diamond, good morning. Hello. Give. Only been playing Phas a few years. You do not have to have the game open to get the badge. No. Nope. Nope. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Where are you? Nothing. Nothing. I thought we were on custom. Am I on custom? I thought I moved it to nightmare. Am I still on custom? Is this a no evidence run? I swore that I thought I put it back to nightmare. Oh God. Now I don't know. You did. You're on nightmare. Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's freezing. There you go. Why does our equipment keep running away? What the hell? Ghost is just standing over there by the other side. I'll just take that. Oh, don't mind me. All right, what do we have? We have freezing so far, and that's it. I don't have orbs, do I? What'd I just record? I have orbs. That answered that question. Why did they get rid of Caulk? That sounds like a them question. Yeah. I've already checked UV. I don't have it. I also wasn't getting Spirit Box, so I don't think it's a mimic. No. I don't think so. Nope, I don't think so. Every time I see an object moving along the floor, it makes me think of the Poltergeist movie. Oh, man. ghosty. Yeah, the caulk is still there. It's just not, it doesn't look the same because it's an asset that they created. Wish you could see the difficulty in the pause menu. I do too. I kind of wish that if you were doing a custom that you could do that and then see the custom settings, you know? Am I single? No. Your mother would never let me go. Sorry. Ghost. Where you at, Brad? Oh. She's there. Go get it, Pam. Let's do some partial door opens here. Shall we? Oh, every single door is like fully shut. Every single door. Interesting. The rooms feel a little bigger. It does, because the hallways are bigger. That's why. The hallways feel so much better. Let's turn that off and turn this on. My favorite room is either the living room or the basement. I like them both. Wham bam, thank you, Pam. That's right. That's right. Let's turn that on. All right, Mamala. I would love to get rid of a Ure. I could also test for an on-rail. We could do a firelight test. Oh, it all looks great. The carpet, the room layouts, everything. All of it. Love it. Hey, let's go. It's not a Ure. All right, a hunt should give this away then. Let's get rid of all the stuff. Ka-chow. All right, let's go get the other one. I think the kitchen will grow on people. I think so too. I would definitely agree. All right, let's see. I might stay in the garage though, because then I can kick the power off so we can see the ghosty breath. We can see the breath. Thank you for the primes, friends. Kenzo, thank you. Bearded Lewis, thank you for the 6 months. Taco, thank you. Why aren't there no updates for you? I don't know. I don't know. I would restart your console or Steam. Maybe it's possible it hasn't rolled out to you yet. I don't know. Hard to say. Did I see the cursed possession by chance? You had to load your game before it lets you update? Roger that. No, you can't open the side door. No. Hello. Is that sound from the vent? Oh, that's a Revenante. That's a Revy. At least it's not a child. Fool me. Is this update rolled out for everyone? It should be, Wiz. Yeah. Some people that are not seeing the update, it might just be as simple as restarting whatever device it is that they're on. Or like if it's on Steam, just restart Steam. That might be why. Just got your badge, hell yeah. That is a Revy. Revy. Oh, escape. So technically it never had eyes on me, which is why I did not escape. The update is definitely live. Oh yeah. I'm not on the partner branch right now. This is the public branch, so it should be open for everybody. You should be. Almost got your badge. Nice. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. Is the drop animated version of the event board challenged? No. No, that's a completely different badge. The drop and the event board are two very different things. This badge, animated, is what you're going to get from drops. The one that you're going to get from the board, I don't know what it looks like. Yeah. I doesn't know. Listen, I'm going to take the Revy. I'm going to take the Revy win and get out of there. That's just more, that's more completions we've had on this map. That's really what matters. Do you get the badge free or do you have to watch someone else's stream for 2 hours?
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Wait, at what point in either of those scenarios would that cost money? What? Time is money? All right. Okay. Stupid. I mean, do you have to earn the badge or do they just give it to you? Well, you get it by watching for 2 hours. The badge that's the drop. The one we have to complete it 50 times, I guess you have to earn. Yeah, I guess it was just a really weird way of putting it. Are you talking about me? Oh, if you're talking about me, oh, I gotta earn it. Oh yeah, no. I don't just get the badge. Me personally, sorry. I don't, no. I don't just get the badge to show you guys. I have to complete this 50 times. I have to watch for 2 hours, all that stuff. Yeah, sorry. Slow. My bad. Sorry, my bad. No, I've got to watch. Ooh, although I might have earned it. I have been watching a friend. I have been watching for probably enough time. I should have earned it. Did you guess Revenant and didn't get the ghost type? I did. Do you not get it from streaming it yourself? I think you have. I'm pretty sure you have to be watching somebody. The whole point is to be watching, not streaming. I am eligible for the badge. Claimed. Claimed. All right. So I might need to restart. Noob streamer, how dare you? Hey, there it is. There we go. Can you show us the badges and ID cards? Sure. So this is the new Twitch drop badge. Let's take a look at it. Where's she at? Where it at? There it is. There it is. Let's turn that off. Turn that on. There it is, friends. There is the new badge that you can get. So if you're a dark mode friend, there you go. That's for you. How do you get it? Exclamation point drops. It's the drops you get from watching a kinetic partner for 2 hours. Yeah. No Easter eggs. I don't think so. No, we've pretty much figured out that they are not really adding any Easter eggs to reworks. It seems like they're only adding them to brand new maps. So when we got Nels, our Point Hope, both of those had Easter eggs on them. But Grafton, Bleasdale, Tanglewood don't seem to have Easter eggs. Is there any way to turn down the brightness of the journal? Just turn on the brightness of your game. It's the best thing I can think of. Yeah. Now, what's nice, and they've started doing this, I think because we started complaining about, where's the badge at? Where's the Sunny Meadows one at? We were complaining about this badge because this one had white text forever and you couldn't see the name at all on the background. And we're like, why can't we just change the font text or something to make it stand out? And they did that. So now it seems like they're doing that with all the badges, or at least the new ones, because this font is definitely matching this. It's not just like a straight white. Yeah. Excited to see the Easter egg for this year's new map. Oh yeah, that'll be cool. They did say there was lore. I don't know if they're like how deep that lore is. I don't know. How much longer am I streaming for? I'm not sure. We'll see. It's kind of up in the air right now. Yeah. I've got to prepare. Like I said, I've got to prepare for something for the early afternoon. Got your badge. Nice. Yeah, it's animated. You can tell by looking at the back. I don't know if I can get any close. Well, hold on. Hold on. There you go. Hope we get a carnival. I do too. That'd be sick. Yeah, we're supposed to get a new map this year. That's the word on the street. If you started here, could you continue? Yes. So the idea is going to be that whenever like I'm done today, whatever time I'm done, the idea would be that I would raid into somebody that is also doing drops. So no matter what, no, I'm not getting off yet. So no matter what, no matter if you're here for a minute or you've been here for an hour 59, you know, the next person I take you to, you can continue earning drops. That's the plan. That's the idea. Yeah. The potato's still there. Yep. Any idea if we're getting more ghosts? We just got 3 new ones. I don't see us getting new ones soon. No. We just got 3 new ones. All right, let's go back up to 90. Yeah. How attached everyone is to the potato, I guess. Yeah, the telephone that says July 26th, I don't know what that means. I don't know if that has significance for like some kind of an update. I'm not really sure. Hard to say. But yeah, there she is. There she be. Hey, Big, what's up? No more ghosts? No, we don't need any more ghosts right now. Absolutely not. No, if you look at this, look how many ghosts we have. We do not need more right now. I'm more worried about fixing the bugs in the game, adding new stuff that is not new ghost related. How do you check your progress? Go to twitch.tv/drops. Yeah. It's the date of the bite of it. Get out of here. All right. We go back. People voted. They wanted Tanglewood, so we're getting more Tangles. Great. I'll tell you what I'm sick of. That. I'm sick of being on this map when it's raining. It's so stinking loud. Ah, Sophie door. But the goal has not really been perfect games. The goal has been objectives and getting the ghost correct. Parabolic could help. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Let's do that, actually. I like that idea. Do you think they're going to add new achievements for the 3 new ghosts? I don't know. Can I show Norm? Yeah, there's Norm. There's Norm. Say hi, Norm. Can I put him on top of like a... Can I put him on top of the mailbox? Oh. Hold, please. Do I think they're going to add more prestige levels? Maybe. Norm. Can almost have like a little, I can almost make a little shadow of him back there. You have to understand the amount of people that are prestige 20 is minimal comparably to the rest of the player base. So what they can't do is they can't just tailor to the few, and I understand that. Do I think they should add more? For sure. Norm. That's our guy. That's our guy right there. Hold on. You know what I'm going to do? Hold on, a better idea. Give me this. I'm going to turn the cursor off. Just give me a second. Sorry. All right, I'm going to keep that in like the center. Actually, let me go back to 60. Let me go back to 90. There we go. I can use that for an end screen at some point. I just need to let this run for like 15, 20 seconds and then I'm good. Thumbnail? No. I'll use it for the end screen. Yeah. Does it still work if I tab out? I think so. It should. It should. Hey, random, welcome in. All right, that's long enough. All right, Norm, we'll be back for you. Miss you. Yeah, norms are know me. It's gonna be our next merch. Should have done it on the blood moon. Oh, stuck Norm on there. Well, you know, I'd still have a chance to do that. I could force the blood moon by just keep reloading the map until I get it and then stick them on top of the mailbox. Oh, the cursor. Oh, you're right. Touche. I did. I had a blood moon. Yes. What? I heard that. What? Okay. Well, whatever happened is outside, apparently. That's cool. That's great. That's awesome. Even though it's this. Yeah, the shirt could say, like, hanging with my Nomi. Little name tag, Norm. Hi. Crap, I never turned the power on. Twins? That's a bit of a stretch. EMF spear box freezing? What? What? You have a binder that says rolling with your Nomies? I'll look into it. I'll see what I can do. EMF spirit box and freezing. Spirit box. Another EMF. Let's bring one of these so I can track where it's walking. Well, I was walking backwards to see if it was going to do anything else in the living room. Did you see it like do random crap in there? Kind of out of nowhere. You're in here? What? Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Where are you? Set this off again. Where are you? Thank y'all for the follows. Welcome in. Where are you? I don't think it's here. Like it was, but now it's like gone again. Where are you? Are you here? Very interesting roaming patterns. Super weird. Did it just instant turn off the light? No, that was me. No, that was my doing. All right, let's bring in more stuff. Ghosty is being a little weird. Is the spirit box a pain to use? It just feels delayed. Something feels off. But it's been happening for a while. That's not with this update. Oh, you. Yeah, you're definitely here. Interesting. Rework the high school. Oh my god. I hear it's glitched sometimes on the voice. It definitely could be. I mean, bugs happen, man. It is what it is, you know? Let's check for freezing as well. I have not checked for that. Dana, thank you for the 3 months. Welcome back. You don't have the drop. Okay. I don't know if there was more to that. I don't know if it was like I claimed it and I don't have it, or like something else. Map looks really good. The map looks beautiful. I love it. What is with that boot? Dizuma, thank you for the prime. What is going on? No evidence. None. None. No spirit box. Breaker still off. Yeah, I never turned it on. Okay. No UV. No spirit box. I didn't see orbs. It's not providing writing. It's not freezing yet. It kind of felt like it was going all over the place. It did walk in one salt, and now it's not walking in any more. That was in the kitchen. Think it's being stingy? Maybe. Well, also, I don't have dots down, so that would also probably not be very helpful. But I'm still not getting, I'm getting zero evidence. I'm not getting any. And I've tried everything except for that. So I don't know. But yeah, Free Haven, it could be. Is level 2 salt better than 3? I just prefer it. I don't know if one would say that it's better or not. It's preference. I like it more. Shade vibes? I don't know. It's doing stuff and things. I don't know. It really despises that boot. It hates that boot. Some good dot coverage right there. Why tier 2 salt? Because I don't want to slow down the ghost. I like to keep it the same speed, but I like the coverage of a tier 2. I think I also hate that boot. Hey, Chi, what's up? Dead man, thank you for the biddies. Video camera? I can check again. Sure. What the hell? These orbs not showing up for 10 minutes? I don't like. Freaking late orbs. Lorbs. Hey, Snow, how are you? What is the other thing? Is it dots? Delay a few weeks ago. I feel like it's been happening for quite a long time. What if it was outside? Oh, shut your lips. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. All of a sudden now we got to start looking outside for that stuff. Look forward to the content. I appreciate you. Well, thank you. All right, whatever the second piece of evidence is. What the hell? Ghost? No. Have you had weather change mid-game yet? Not unless I'm using the monkey paw. Okay, dude. Who opens their cabinets in? Oh, sure, you can do that, but I can't. F it, I'm just picking this up. Leaves zero space. That leaves zero space. You can put nothing in there except like a sheet of paper that fits underneath of this. Or like something in this corner. Right there. Right there. Although this, well, it's just strangely bad. I got nothing, man. I don't know what the second piece of evidence is. Maybe it's in here now. Ghost wants me to wash the clothes. Got it. I don't know. Watch for dots on cam. Can't be a Goria. It's a Goryo. Okay. Doing great. First try. Doing great. Think it's a Ure? I can just make it hunt. We can try that way. Doing great, sweetie. Kind of like the way they made the house look older in a new way. It just looks very lived in. I think that's been a description that many have used. It looks very lived in. I'm about to just make this ghost as being kind of a goof. Kind of a goof. And now it's in the garage. Can the mimic a Goryo? It absolutely can. Oh Lord, you're coming. Killer, thank you for the prime. Hello. But the mimic cannot mimic evidence that it doesn't have. It can't. All right, I'd say probably not a yokai. So like a mimic can't have dots or ghost writing or EMF5. That was okay. It walked straight over there. I could not trust that. Nope. Could not trust it. All right. No clue. It's a satisfying sound. Boom. This sound right here. Sporty Tiger, what up, homie? Thoughts so far? It's awesome. I love the update. If you haven't played it yet, friend, it's great. It is freaking great. Put that over there. That's so satisfying. Boom. Didn't speed up. Didn't speed it. Oh, didn't speed up around equipment. Oh, you're talking about the Raiju. I would like to get the second piece of evidence, whatever the heck that might be. Whatever that might be. Zika, hello. How are you? Today's the day. Nice. Nice, nice. So our ghosties moved into the garage. I don't even know. Whatever it's holding from us, I don't know. It sounded like a normal speed ghost. And it's Toothy McToothface, so it could be those. It doesn't sound like a Hantu, a Revi, a Raiju. I tested for yokai, not a Thay. Unless we've... I mean, I could test line of sight speed and all that jazz. Let's get back inside. Can it be a spirit? No. The ghost is lazy. It is very lazy. Damn kids. I threw the crucifix in the front hallway because I wanted the ghost to hunt. That's very loud. Possible Ure? 360 scanning with ceiling fans? Oh my god. It's like it's the only thing you can do is like screen grabs and then try to, I don't know, like try to find a way to get the lighting like this, but whenever it's on, you know what I mean? I don't know, because it immediately starts moving. There's no slowdown. All right, so it's trying to murder our face off. Okay. No, demons off the table. Okay. Good. I didn't want to get the ghost correct today anyways. That's fine. It's overrated. About to get hunted by a child. Hold, please. We'll go play with the train while we wait. We're just here for hugs? No. We're here for choo-choo. Shut up. But watching on the TV will count for drops, right? It should, because you're watching from an account that's logged in. As long as you're logged into your account, I think that works. It's gonna stop hunting. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, almost had it. Shut up. Oh, ghost fart. Boom. All right, set the motion sensor off if you don't mind. Set the motion sensor off. That'll work. Boom. Ghost really into cars. Watch it be a spirit box. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you here? God, it's so loud. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Nothing. Pixel Pixie, what up, homie? No temps, no freezing temps. Not from what I could see. No. I didn't throw it in the trash bin. I put it on the grill. Put it on the grill. Very different. If you don't grill your spirit box, you're just not doing it right. So fresh. I'm shut up. Oh, ghost. I don't know. What do we have so far? Orbs. Whatever the second piece of evidence is, it's not giving it to me. No UV? It didn't leave any in the salt earlier. Freezing takes forever, but definitely not that long. Like, this has been one hell of a long time. Yeah, I don't think it's this long. If it's EMF 5, I'm just so happen like it just so happens I'm not hearing the EMF 5 go off at all ever. It sped up when I had an electronic in my hand, but it's walking near electronics right now, so no. Would you stop it? Thank you. If it was a Raiju, it'd be fast all throughout here because there's electronics everywhere. And it's not doing it. It's not messing with the books. Not giving me freezing. Did it just hit the egg timer? I don't know what is going on. I don't know. I do not have an answer. Yurei Anrio Obake Mare. We have to, like, okay. I really wanted to get the evidence because I like showing it, but I just don't think that's going to happen. So it's going to be just individually eliminating the ghosts, which is, I guess it is what it is. They set the timer for the spirit box in the grill. Oh, I understand. Yeah. Roger that. Roger that. Let's bring another crucifix in there. What else do we want? We want a firelight to test for an Onryo. I have not seen a shapeshift in any way, shape, or form. Pun intended. Definitely doesn't feel like a banshee. It doesn't feel like it stalked us at all. No. Oh, turn the power off. What an a-hole. Still an a-hole. Wait. Oh, yep, extra a-hole. No writing. It's not going to provide writing. It finally interacted with the book. There we go. All right, homie. We're going to try. Blow it out again. Blow it out again. Odds of this being an Onryo went down a lot. A lot. Mayor, maybe. Has the ghost turned on a light switch anywhere yet? Boring. It's just not providing whatever we need. Spirit box orbs are writing. If it's a mare, it has to be spirit box. It has to be. Very stubborn. Yeah. Uh-oh. That's fine. I don't usually leave mine on. I usually, if I'm really testing for it, is I will get motion sensors like this, and I will stand there, and when the ghost is there, then I'll ask questions, but I could try again. I've tried like 3 times now. It's possible it's just busted and that's why it's taking so long. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you near? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Are you close? Where are you? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Not happening, man. This ghost sucks. No, if I'm set to 1 evidence, well then shame on me, but I'm fairly certain that this is not 1 evidence. Ghosty is still in this room. Watch, I'm gonna come over here and we're gonna see like dots. Ah, my God. Look, just having a ball in there. Oh my God. I can't, dude. I can't. You missed the dots. Oh no. Oh no. Do you see the frustration? I saw them. But then I can't even 100% say it's not a Banshee yet. Because this could just be a really awful Banshee. But I also have no way to protect myself. Damn it! Oh, I feel like I gotta go back in. Oh, son of a bitch. Glass half full. We have both pieces of evidence. Can't you just cross out writing in spirit box and see what you have left? It threw the book to no spirit box. But if the spirit box is being really janky and it's not answering me when it should, I don't like that part. Now the writing, if you're like, okay, I 1,000,000% don't have writing, I don't see orbs, and I don't have blah, then you could like, example of that would be like, okay, I don't see orbs, I don't see ultraviolet, and it can't be writing, right? If that was a ghost combo, then you could cross off whatever ghost it is. What do we have? We have orbs, we have dots. It's a Banshee, it's a Ure. The only way I'm gonna be able to cross off the Ure is if it does a half door touch. That's it. I know, I've gotten orbs and spirit box extremely late. Yeah, it's happened a lot. I don't have any actual hiding, do I? Could use the egg timer. Trap the ghost. Oh, you mean like a Ure? Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I have a parabolic with me. It is a female ghost. Yeah. Yep. I think we're gonna have to try to listen for the scream, but in between hunts, try to pop the doors halfway open and see if it touches any doors. Dangerous. That was the tail end of something, but it didn't sound like a Banshee wail. Kai, thank you for the 2 months. Watch it stalk me and then just be right on top of us. Okay, that's through the wall. It blew those out and then I heard the motion sensor. That's how we know it's through the wall. Oh, wrong side. Wait for it to go back. Yo, see if it's a Ure. What the hell do you think I'm doing? Finally got your badge. Nice. You little bastard. Really think it's a Raiju? It's not. Hey. Hey, Sunflower. I'm good. How are you? Get out of here, you little bastard. Even in real life, it takes a while sometimes. I have friends that have done investigations before, and they've said how long it can take sometimes. Ugh. It's your first badge. Nice. Oh, I like claw. Oh, there's ads. Damn. Damn. Okay, let's stand here for a couple seconds. Then I'm going to go step outside because the ads happened. It just shut me outside. All right. I put waiting for ads. Ads are happening. I don't want people that are that didn't know they were going to happen get kicked. We'll let them finish, and then once they're done, we can go back in. It'd be nice if it was a Yurei and it decided to come to the front door and it decided to do the thing. That'd be nice. It opened the cabinet doors completely twice. And it set the car alarm off. Gut says, Yurei, it doesn't feel like it's stalking us. It feels like the events that are happening naturally. Yeah. Thanks for making God. Yeah, of course. I mean, for the most part, it's just normal investigations, but I try to go through everything as much as I can. Yeah, we try to. We do our best. Go sit, wait outside. Or there was a drop today. There is. There is. Indeed. Let my wife have this badge once it's earned. Start the run towards 50. Oh, nice. Thank you guys for the follows. Welcome in, friends. Thank you. Cats, thank you for the subs. God, the weather is so loud out here. Jesus Christ. I'm going to go wait in the truck for a minute. My God. What is the point of the same badge twice? One animated, one not. Seems weird, but the animated badge is cool regardless. So if you don't have the ability to watch whenever the animated badge is happening, and you can only watch whenever the non-animated badge is happening, then you have the ability to earn a badge. If you're asking why not just have a single badge that is across whatever distance of time, a few weeks, the reason being is because some people like the animated more than they like the static, and they give the opportunity for you to get both, and then you choose which one you like more. Hello, Mr. Tater. Yeah, I don't think it's weird at all. Do I have the badge? I do. Yeah, when we go back to the lobby, you can see it. For sure. Shadow, thank you for the subs. Thank you, Bree. Thank you for the gifted. All right, ads are finishing. There we go. Sorry, I went back to the truck because it's really loud by the front door. Sipping some morning coffee. How you enjoying the map? Good. I have one a-hole of a ghost, sir, that literally waited, I don't know how long to show me dots. Yeah. Not very fun. Not very fun indeed. Do ads count towards the drop? Yes. Yes, they do. Whether ads are playing or not, as long as you're watching someone in the Faz category, no matter what, yeah, you're earning. Yeah. I think you got it. Nice. So we're between a Banshee and a Yurei. We have not seen any half door touches. It doesn't count during the hunt, by the way. It has to be not during a hunt. Not everyone has drops enabled. Well, they're talking, well, because they're both drops. But they're just, I think they're asking why two different ones that are similar. Stop it. What doesn't count during a hunt? The Ure door touch, right? That doesn't count during a hunt? Am I correct or incorrect on that? I forget now, because now you're making me second guess myself. Shut up. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so the Ure, when it's not in the middle of a hunt, the Ure, whenever it touches a door, if it only half touches a door and doesn't fully shut a door, then you know that it's not a Ure, because Ures can't do that. They have to fully open or fully shut. So in the middle of a hunt, it can partially touch a door, so you can't rely on that. For sure. Mullet, thank you for the subs. Gilly, thank you for the prime. Appreciate you. Ghost form change? No. We have dots and orbs. It's either a Banshee or a Ure. It's really feeling like Ure. Got the badge, heck yeah. Yeah. How do you check? Go to twitch.tv/drops. New to the game, trying to learn all the ghosts and how they work. It just takes time, friend. I wasn't paying attention for a second and then it double doored me. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Little bastard. I wasn't paying it. Oh my God. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I made an oopsie. Hey, we knew it was a Ure though. Little bastard. Son of a bitch. You got to be on your toes, man. You got to be ready. She said, ooh, what's in there? I thought this was a family-friendly stream. Zero, I'm so kind to my family. What do you mean? Damn it. Damn it. You little bastard. I did get it right, though. And that's what matters. Do you have to connect your Faz account before you earn the badge? No. Either way, you can do it. You can watch and get the badge before you connect or after. It doesn't matter. You still get it in the game. But anybody that was wondering, it's this badge right here. If you need a little more informations about it, it's a little better. Did they get rid of insurance part, or is that it's insurance is on amateur and intermediate? Yeah, so on amateur you get 50% back. On intermediate you get 25. And no, you do not have to take a picture of a dead body to get insurance. Yeah. How are we feeling about the master bedroom now being its own room? Totally cool with me. I think it makes more sense. Picture Ridgeview, where you have the main bedroom on the master, the bathroom, and the closet, all a room. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Stop being the van princess, and now we get a creepy doll. Those bastards. They're just out to get you, man. Playing fast for about a year. I've never gotten a phantom. Do I like report this to the devs? I mean, you could mention it. It's not going to hurt anybody. Right? You could mention it to them. Just say, hey, it seems a little weird that I haven't got one of these yet. Yeah. Zen, thank you for the 14 months. And the bug I found where if you put the book on the carpet in laundry, it runs away. Oh, does it do it every time? How long are we going for? We'll see, man. Like I said, I do have something early afternoon today, and I need to be prepared for it, which I've kind of been putting off for a bit. So we'll see. Definitely not too late, though. But I will be doing drops all week. So, like, tomorrow, I'm streaming again. And then Friday, I'm streaming again. Drops will be enabled for both of those, too. Could be awful RNG. Around April 2023, I didn't see a deal for almost 400 games. Holy hell. You can get the drop from any Kinetic partner that's playing Phasmo. So when we're done today, I will do my best to raid into somebody that is a partner that is playing Phas. So that way, if you're earning your drops, you just keep earning them. It does not have to be one continuous stream. It can happen over multiple streams or multiple people. Yeah. More Resident Evil next week? Probably. Yeah. A little late to the game continuing it, but I would like to continue it. No, my 24-hour channel is not going to get drops until they do the normal drops for everybody. Then it will. Yeah. We go back. The benefit of what we've been doing is kind of been earning towards this. So we're 18 in, which is nice. Which is nice. If I wanted to really expedite it, I could do no sanity, no evidence runs. Do I have to watch a streamer in total for 2 hours? No. Nope. It'll remember how much you've watched. Yep. How does someone become a partner? If you go to the Phasmo Discord, there's a channel. I don't remember the exact channel name, but it's where you can apply to be one. And then you can see what they have in terms of like what they're looking for with viewership and all that jazz. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Partner applications. Thank you, Tater. There you go. Yeah, with if you do content for Twitch, they're looking for an average viewership over 3 months typically. And then if you do YouTube, they're looking for average views on YouTube, like per video. So whichever one you use. Is there a link? You could probably Google Phasmophobia Discord. It'll probably show up. Yeah. Hey, what up, Grim? Welcome in. All right. You know, because ghosties have been a little turd, we're going to do no sanity, no evidence for a couple, and just see how it goes. Doing good, Grim. How are you? Thank you for all the follows, friends. Thank you. Lizzie, thank you for the biddies. Browns, listen, you asking like once or twice, Teehee? Shit, dude, you've asked like 7 times. Good Lord. How many hours do I have in the game? A few couple many. I did CG. I started very early today. Yeah, let's do some no sanity, no evidence. So that way the ghosts are spicy right away. I like it. All right, we're here. Tater, I was talking to them about it. I think my critiques with the map come to the sound. The sound that it sounds windy in clear weather. The rain is extraordinarily loud inside of the house. The car volume is so cranked. Yeah. Why are you banned on Twitch? I mean, do you want to take a guess? You're French. That's cool. How you feeling about the upcoming Willow rework? I can't wait. Can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Dude, the self-report is wild. Wild. No guessing required. I don't think so either. Hey. Probably being naughty? Yeah. 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 Are there a list of fixes anywhere? No. There's no fixes. Nope. Secret ID card for Tangles? No, I don't think so. Sunny get reworked? No. It's a custom map. I don't see that getting reworked. There's no need for it. Would love a post-modern Willow. That'd be cool. Make it a little bigger. Make it like Victorian. All right, let's go with Crucifix, Smudge. Get that. Look at our objectives. Witness a ghost event, sound recorder, Firelight. Let's do the Firelight. I dig. I dig. Excited to play later. Hey, what's up, Dr. Grimm? How are you? Ethan, thank you for the prime. Appreciate you. All right, so the power starts on with this. Yeah. Do that in there. Do that. Do that. Normal speed ghosty. Want to see them remove high school or redo it? Oh, agreed. Agreed upon, friend. Did you find anything about the lore? No, I haven't really done any deep dives of the lore. Tom and I walked around for a bit trying to find like secrets, but I don't think there's any like that. But I do think that there is lore to be had. I think it's just putting all the pieces together, whatever it may be. I don't know how deep the lore is either. Like, I don't know how interesting it's supposed to be. I don't know. You still hate prison the most? That's fair. I think everybody hates at least one large map. Found out about the Bleasdale lore. Yeah, it's a little harder to find, but we did find it. All right, so you're not a Jennifer. Sped up with line of sight. Your blinkies look pretty normal. Oh. Danger close. Danger close. Okay. Let's go get more stuff. I did get the smudge, so I have a timer going. No, I didn't see any shapeshifts either. Speed seems normal. Blinks seem pretty normal. Everything seems pretty normal. Like I said, line of sight, speed up, all that jazz. There is Bleasdale lore. Absolutely. You ever been in that upstairs closet in the office? If you go in there, there's a gun case without a gun in it. We can check for that. We can check for that. We can bring one of those, one of these, one of those. One of these, one of those. Hantu. No, it's sped up with line of sight. Literally can't be. Is that over here? Where was that? Is that here? Ah, there you go. My demon timer's up. I'm gonna wait here. Where am I from? United States. East Coast. Yeah, this is no evidence. It's no evidence, no sanity. Yeah. Yeah, and there's all those writings on the floor. Yeah, Zero and I found out what all that stuff said. Did the heartbeat sound weird? I don't think so. I don't know if I tested electronics near it, but I do have a camera down now to test for a Raiju. Can't find the cursed objects on Tanglewood map. I've looked everywhere. So I have a video for it, but the monkey paw spawns here. Hold please. Hold please. You're guessing Galu? Speed sounds normal. I don't think so. I don't think so. What's up, Shawnee? Yeah, the monkey paw spawns here. The voodoo doll spawns in Nancy's room. The music box spawns inside of the master bedroom closet next to the safe. Let's see, what did we not say? The tarot cards spawn in the living room on the table near the chair. The Ouija board and the summoning circle spawn in the basement. Yeah. Hey! Hey, Pontifex, how are you? Wait, where? Hey! You in here? Hello? What the hell? Are you able to hide in the kitchen? No, but you can hide behind this table now, which you could not do in the old one. The old one wouldn't break line of sight. This one does. Shawnee, thank you for the 4 months. Bird, thank you for the prime. Don't you count me down. I'm not a rocket ship. Ghosty? Hello? How long do I normally stream for? I typically stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 p.m. till around midnight. And then on Sundays, I stream from around 1 to 4. That's all Eastern time. Am I disappointed about the loop being taken away in the kitchen? No. Not in the slightest. I couldn't care. It's so cold. So how does the kinetic partnership work? Is there any clause? Well, I mean, you have to sign an NDA. But beyond that, though, you just have to meet the requirements. And then they accept you, obviously, because they will watch your content. Shade, maybe. It's feeling shady, right? Let's get out of the room. Let's go over here. Oh, sorry. Actually, go there. Let's see if it hunts now. This is a separate room. So if that is a shade, no loot? No, there's no loot to pick up. Sorry. Nope. Tells for a Myling, it's very active on the parabolic microphone. So you'll get a lot of talking. What? Streaming tomorrow too? Yes. Did you figure out what that whistle noise was when you turn on the power? Yes, I did. For some reason, the iron goes off when you turn the power on. I don't know. Got me. Okay. Why did they remove the looping location? Well, you tell me. How good would this feel if you had this much space and the island was like this? Do tell. I have a couple guesses why they removed it. You know, I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist or anything like that. Did they fix bugs with the update? I don't think so. No. Hoping that we get a big old bug fix soon, but with this one, I don't think they did. Yeah. Oh yeah, and the looping in the basement is so much nicer. Is the earth flat? Only on Tuesdays. Mike found something fixed? Ooh. What did he find? Is it, did he find the journal fix? Bro, are you a shade? Whoops. Loving the new look. It's great. The lantern teleport? Oh, they fixed that? Did they really? I mean, it was a very silly thing. Do I just go shade and leave? This go sucks. I haven't even... Is he a kinetic partner? I don't know. I can check for you, though. Ghost! You suck. I could be wrong, but this... It's funny because I said I wanted to do this to have a more active ghost, and I think it's a shade. No, we can't access the backyard. Nope. No, we thought we might have a chance, but no. Negative. Yes, you can lose line of sight when crouching around the dinner table. That's why it never gained speed around the table with me, because it never saw me, technically. Yeah. Am I a partner? Yeah, I am. How long am I streaming for? I don't know yet, but no matter what, when I finish, I will take you somewhere to continue earning drops. I'm going to go shade. I'm going to go shade. If it's not a shade, whatever it is, it's acting exactly like a shade. Which maps have lore? Grafton, Bleasdale, Sunny Meadows was I think the first one Oh, shocker.
Welcome back.
Sunny Meadows was the first one to get lore. And the lore on Sunny Meadows is pretty great. I do like that lore a lot. Yeah, Ghosty was not hunting with us in the room, so I went and stood in the kitchen and it did hunt because it's separate from the dining room. That is how we knew that it was a shade. I'd say it's quick money, but when the ghost is being like that, no, it's not. No, it ain't. Love the vids. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let me double check and see the stuff and things. The lore on Sunny Meadows? Oh, I don't know a ruin for anybody. Only at 10? The animated badge is going for like a week. You have more than enough time, friend. Yeah. Hey, Nim, how are you? Thank you for all the follows, guys. Welcome in. I appreciate yous. I appreciate yous. Keeping you awake in the semi. Oh, my God. How's the new map? Beautiful. Beautiful. It's so good. All right, we'll go back in again. I'm just making sure that I didn't miss any updates. What is my guess for the upcoming horror update? Like, what is my guess for like when it is? I don't know. I think they said this year, which is going to be looped in with the 1.0 release, if I heard that correctly. Yeah. Has the music changed in the lobby? Probably not. I'm pretty sure that's the same. Am I going to PAX East? Yes, I am. Dots on the ceiling fan? No. No. All right. My custom settings, it is a 1012 multiplier. If you do exclamation point 10x, it should tell you what it is, but I can show you real fast. Basically, no sanity, no evidence. The power starts on. Grace period 1 second. And I have weather as fog because it just makes it easier to see inside. So let's go. Love the new Tangle. Me too, man. Me too. The funny part about doing a custom like this with a set weather type is if I ever hear rain, I know what it is. How was the weekly? It was fine. I mean, I don't know if there's a new one. There's not a new one, right? Incense, Firelight, Ghost Event. I'm pretty sure that the weekly is still Prison. New Ghost? No. Rain, well, no, it wouldn't tell me what the ghost is. It would tell me what the weather type is. Because I have it locked to fog, it could still have a chance of being Blood Moon. Yeah. How do I know when it rains? When I hear it raining. Prison, yeah, the prison one is rough. You just, multiple people bring all your evidence in. That's the best way you can do it, for sure. All right, we are ready. Get this, get that. Open, I mean, pick up, and go. Hope they add new ghost events. I think they will. It's just a matter of time. Garage, normal. It's done. Sounds like it's in the garage. Peekaboo. New cursed possessions? A new cursed possession could be cool. Gosh dang it. Here. Hello, Pam. Well, yikers. End up doing the weekly, basically no evidence. Oh, it's probably one of the best ways to do it. It seriously is. There is no new cursed possession. There isn't one. Yeah. Nafila, thank you for the 7 months. Oh, it's a crawler. Oh my god. Holy shit. I think it's Pulte. She caught me off guard when she rounded back the other direction. She caught me off guard so good. Oh my god. Pamela the Pulte. You sicko. A dice cursed object? Ooh, let me... Listen, get away from me. I hate you. Okay. A dice curse object that like sort of is like the tarot card where it gives you a chance of something. That could be kind of cool. I'm not convinced. I don't know. There was some aggressive throws, friend. They were pretty aggressive. She was throwing like there was no tomorrow. Pajama Pulte Pam. That's right.
Welcome back.
Goodness gracious. What a crazies. It's a poultry. It's a chicken. Thank you for the follows, friends. Strawberry, thank you so much for the prime. Magic 8-ball. Oh my god, that'd be really funny. A very nostalgic item. All right, let's do like one more of those. Another normie ghost, by the way. Another normie. Insane, how are you? What is the badge for the 50 wins? I don't know. I don't have it. No clue. You got me, friend. Give me this, give me this, give me this. And then motion sensor, sound recorder, capture a photo. We'll do this. I always like to have my setup the way I like my setup. So I'll do this, followed by this, followed by this. There we go. How long am I streaming for? Honestly, probably not too much longer today. As much as I would like to do a long stream, I just can't. I've got stuff going on early afternoon, but no matter what, whenever I'm done, I'll take you somewhere to continue earning drops. So you'll be all right. Salite. Give me that. Go. Ow. Ruta. Like the new map? Oh, I love the rework. Love it. Give me this. Give me this. Give me this. Demon or yokai? No, it's no sanity, no evidence. So the ghost can hunt me right away like that. Brucey, is that close enough to the room? I think that's through the wall. Gather smudge. How long have I been streaming today? It should say below the stream. But I think, technically, I think I've been streaming for like 3 hours, maybe more. Grab salt. Time up. What? Are you a robot? Is that a phantom? Oh yeah, it's a fan of Tom. No, just the responses were super weird. Yeah, streaming since around a little bit before 7 a.m. Yeah. And then the power went out at one point, which that sucked, but it's okay. It is what it is. It's a very not so visible ghost, which is why we know that it's a phantom. Focused him all week. Oh my God. They're just like, you need one more video. You've got
Welcome
this.
back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
It's like, is that Baron's alt account? What the hell? What the hell? Nice. That one was 2 minutes and 31 seconds. It's a fan of Tom. Fan of Tom. Do you have to watch a live video for the drops? You do. I am almost 100% you can't watch VODs. You have to watch a live. Yeah. I have yet to get a Dio. No. No, there's a few ghosts that I haven't gotten yet. I mean, I've only done so many investigations on the map as it is. But no Dios yet. Unfortunately, no walkies. No walkies. Quick question. Focus myself on a partner that streamed this game. People won't be able to get the drops from me, just the partners alone, just for this week. It's been every time that we have had drops that were for animated that were by watching partners for the first week, that the following week typically was the non-animated version that anybody that plays or that streams Phas can then have inside of their channel. Yeah. I want to see that badge. I don't know. I don't know how to help you. The 59. What? 50. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what that looks like either. Yeah, I haven't seen it. Ain't seen it, but ooh, there is something I wanted to show you guys. Hold. Hold, please. So, thanks to our friends at the Zero Network, the Phasmo, the unofficial Phasmo cheat sheet, they've already got the map up. So if you guys are a little curious as to the layout, if you want to see where different things are, if you don't understand where the cursed objects are, here you go. Phasmocheatsheet.com will take you to this website. And then you go down here on the left side, current map, select that, go to Tangle. There you go. There you go. Well, there you go. White rooms are blocked, no labels. Gray rooms cannot be ghost rooms. Yeah. There you have it. They're badass. They're pretty damn fast, man. That's why, like, whenever there's a new update, I'll get a message from the Zero that's like, hey, could you mind double checking something for me? Because it does matter the size. Like, it does matter how big it is from like there to there, you know? It does matter. How can you see the lore of different maps? Really just going and discovering it yourself. There's people that do post videos sometimes about them. Yeah. Hey, Zach. No, you're good. But yeah, it has all kinds of good informations. Now, he's working on it right now. He does not have it available yet. But another thing that they do is they have a map explorer that allows you to view the map in like a map quest sort of style. But they're working on it for this one. They haven't done it yet. But if you go to the map explorer, you can see the official hiding spots with images. And you can see what it looks like when it's open and when it's blocked. Okay. All the official hiding spots in the map. Open and blocked. See where all the cursed objects are. And then there's 360 view. I'll show you what that looks like on like the diner. So if I go to the diner 360 view, if I click on the camera, I can go here and I can look around. So if you're like, I can't remember what was on that wall inside of the diner when you go straight ahead, well, let's go find it. And then you can look around. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because you can even see, I don't know if you can, I guess you can't see the cursed possessions on this one. Yeah. Change the high school map. Yeah. Get rid of it completely. They have a 360 view on this. Yes, they do. They do indeed. It is pretty freaking nice. Unofficial hiding, I'm guessing, is being worked on also. Ooh, I didn't even look at that. If you don't see it, I would assume yes. I didn't even take a look at that. Yeah. I guarantee it's being worked on. Yeah. They're probably still doing testing, making sure, because the other thing that they do is they rate how each spot is and how good it is. Yeah. When will you get the ID badge? After you've watched for 2 hours. How do you know you've watched for 2 hours? You go to twitch.tv/drops and you check your progress. You'll know it's done when you have 100% and you can claim the badge. All right, let's do like another one of these. This is good. Let's do another one of these. 0 sanity, 0 evidence.
All right, we're here.
Say that again.
Equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation.
Crucifix, repel, incense. Let's go. This guy, that guy, that guy, that guy.
Summoned here. Take a look. You may be able to use
I'm gonna double smudge. I have trust issues. Just make a blurb at this point. I can't remember if it was Mathman or somebody else that had a thing that they said where like they would press the button and it would say all their spiel. Yeah. Hey, Keaton. Let's go. I'm good. But I want to watch. Oh, but I want the badge. Thank you, Heather. Hello. Do I have to see your live for 2 hours to get the ID badge? You need to see a Kinetic Partners stream for 2 hours to get the ID badge. It means it can be collective. So the time that you watch mine can be combined with somebody else, like not at the same time, but like one at a time. You could go from a stream and then go to another one and still earn all the badge stuff. I love how 90s it is. Me too. Me too. Dark Haze, thank you for the prime. Me. Look, I've gone from room to room to room. What the hell is going on? How do I know who's a Kinetic Games partner? There is a way to see if you go to the link tree. Yeah, there you go. Exclamation point KGP. Mayor just put it in the chat. Thank you. That tells you who everyone is. Okay. Finally. Master bedroom? Holy smokes. Is there a stream requirement to be a partner? Yes. If there was no requirements, then everyone would just be one. Are you a phantom again? Wait, that was maybe not. Dude, I feel like I didn't see him there for a hot second. You bastard. Isn't that slow? It sounded pretty normal to me. Could be wrong. Probably an Onryo. Nah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Start your engines. Do demons in prison have quiet footsteps like a myling? Shouldn't. Disco's D has kind of quiet footsteps. Alright, definitely not a phantom. Not a phantom, not an Oni. Very interesting, little naked friend. Yikes forever. Ghost! Are you on the ensuite? Yeah, you son of a bitch. Yeah, he's got no pants. Classic. Pulte? Doesn't seem like Pulte throws to me. Tiny. Died to a streaker yesterday. What a statement. What a thing to say. Ghost? Was it not here? You ever see a Wraith throwing things like a Polty? I feel like there's certain times where ghosts, it feels like they're throwing things really, really hard. So you just gotta be careful. If you're really questioning it, if you're like, I don't know if that's a Polty, it's probably not. Usually if it's a Polty, you know. Thank you. Not a mare. It's nice. Hey, Galaxy. How are you? Interesting. Very interesting. Kind of quick? Maybe. It could be a late demo. He's got no pants on again. Was it less than 25 seconds? I don't know. Could have been. Aesthetic Goryo. Don't you wish that upon me. Yeah, you better run. Do a quick little demon check. They're gonna add new trophies. I don't think so, but they might. If it hunts in the next like 3 seconds. No. Oh, okay. Ew. How does the game decide the model for the ghost between all the different, probably just completely random. I presume. You got me, man. I don't know. Demon test? Well, there's a couple that you can do. What I was trying to do here was at the end of the hunt, the next hunt can't start for 25 seconds unless it's a demon, and then it can hunt in 20. But this is just being a very boring ghost. Yeah. So the next way to test for a demon would be to actually smudge. Hey! Maybe a boring demon? Could be. Let's get swole. Speaking of swole. Hey, Captain, how are you? Praise, welcome in. How are you? All right, let's quickly go get stuff. Open. Hurry. Thank you for the follows, friends. Welcome in. What about a Raiju test? Have we had electronics nearby? I thought we did. We might not have. We grab another smudge. Have I marked off Mimic? No, because it technically could still be one. The odds of it being a Mimic are probably pretty low, though. Stippies, stompies. probably the best rework. It's definitely my favorite rework that they've done. Definitely been my favorite. Your 4-year-old just asked, why is it called Phasmophobia, not Ghostmophobia? You know what? Fair. I'd say fair. Oh. Interesting. Could it be a miling? I mean, it did sound kind of quiet, but I don't know if it was quiet enough. Also, 90 seconds is up. Love that you can hide and see through doors. When you have hiding available. Yeah. Which I don't. Better than Grafton? Yeah. I like this better than Grafton. No, I'd say no to the Djinn because it had line of sight at a long distance and it never sprinted at me. Yeah. Ghost was chopped, bro. Don't you be judging him. Didn't it also turn off the power? Ooh, I think it did. But I wasn't even thinking Djinn anyway, just because it wasn't doing the sprint. Yeah. If they're full, you can go in one and close the doors to where it breaks line of sight. Yeah, so I know, like, the TikTok of that from Maddox is great. Unfortunately, the only place that you can do that on this map is here. Dude, is this a spirit? I'm smudging you. Spirit timer should have been up. We're going. We're out of here. We are out of here. Unban who? I don't know who the hell that is. Yeah, coming in on your second account to ask for an unban on somebody that I don't remember means that they weren't someone we wanted to remember. So, bye. All right, let's go. Sperate. Sperate. I hope it's the spirit. It should be. I mean, it waited 3 minutes. It could just be a lame ghost. Yeah, there it is.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Spirits will not hunt until after 180 seconds. Yeah. Finally got to catch a stream of yours. Been watching a lot on the tubes. I appreciate it, Floofy. Thank you. Got the drop. Heck yeah. Let's go. You and your dad play Phas? At some point, I want to see if my son wants to play. He has mentioned it before. This custom is a 10-12 custom. I'll show you real fast. Player settings. Go settings. Contract. Yeah. There we go. Eliminator, how are you? Some think that's boring. Hubby plays with you sometimes. Nice. Very nice. All right. Friends, as much as I would love to continue on, I think we're going to call it there for today for me. Don't worry. I'm going to just hang. I'm going to take you somewhere where you can continue earning your badge. So no matter if you are 1% away or if you're 99% away, you will still get to earn. Okay. I have things I need to prepare and get ready for, but I appreciate y'all, man. It's a great first day. So I'll be live again tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time for more fun and shenanigans. Drops will still be enabled. I'll probably be doing many maps, not just Tangle. I don't want to burn myself out, but I do want to earn the badge. And we're getting there. I'm on I'm at 22. We're almost halfway there. Yeah. But yeah, stick around. We'll go find a friend to say hi to. Yeah. If you want to get updates about when I go live though, friends, the Discord link is there in the chat. It is there. So are the rest of the socials and the midnight homies and the free Patreon and all the things. All right. I'm going to end it over on YouTube though, so we can go raid. I appreciate you, friends. All the love today. And on the geek. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Can't wait to spring forward. Why would you say such a thing? Why would you say that? I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. Let us see. Ooh, he just started. Ooh, that would be good. That's if he's just starting, that's a higher chance, longer chance you guys have to earn your drops. So yeah, that's what we'll do. New to streaming, any have a good tip. Yeah, it'll never be perfect and never expect it to be. It'll never be perfect and never expect it to be perfect. Thank you, Fab. Yeah. Go into it knowing that it will never be perfect, but don't be afraid to go live. You just got your badge. Nice.
Welcome back.
Very nice.
Prepared some jobs for you.
I don't want your jobs. Get out of my house. Bro, we're halfway to the monthly goal. Sheesh. Just got your drops. Let's go. If you didn't earn your drops yet, don't worry. We're about to take you over. We're about to take you to more. You're going to have more chance. Okay? I promise. I promise. And ads are about to happen. Good. We're going to miss it. Good deal. Just joining. No, you're good, Ark. You're good. I'll be live again tomorrow at 8:30, okay? 8:30. 8:30. Of course, Breakles. Of course, man. Of course. I am partner with Kinetic Games. Yeah, I am. I am indeed, friend. Okay, we're good. Thank you for somewhere else so we can still earn the badges, of course. Get some coffee, enjoy the weather. We're going to try. It's not that great here, but it is starting to finally get warmer. But here are the raid messages, friends. If you're a follower, that's for you. If you're a sub, the next one's for you. Creepy tier 3s, they get their own special one. But let us go say hi to another Kinetic partner, another friend. Yeah. If you got your badge, awesome. Congrats. I love it. It looks freaking great. If you're still earning it, you're going to get to continue earning it right now. But I love you all. Thank you guys so much for all the subs, the biddies, and the hangs, and the support. You guys are effing amazing. Love you guys. I will see you tomorrow for more fun. Goodbye.